Oh, right. Here it is. The music, Sandy. Okay. With our Sandy Nelson, donate to Sandy Nelson. This is actually...
It's for the GoFundMe?
No, it's not a GoFundMe. This is a royalty just for our show. Royalty for Anyway, welcome everyone to Boulder, here live at the Coffee Cup in downtown Boulder City, where we ask the big question, what is your big dream for Boulder City with Travis Robinson. Where's Travis?
And I'm
with our special guest, bomber pilot, extraordinaire, Jack Edwards, and Santa Claus recruiter. You want to ring a bell? This is the man to know. Right. A very exclusive club. If you're on his Rolodex, you'll get called. But anyway, so Jack, what is your big dream for Boulder City?
Oh, my big dream for Boulder City actually is to get the young people involved and to get more and more young people living here. And that's enough for now. Go ahead with your next question.
What do you mean by young?
Young people, well...
that's kind of relative.
I have a lot of generations that I
what's young?
Young, well, the people I'm talking about are young married people in their early 20s.
They still have babies, right? They're still
right, or about to have them, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
They need housing. They need housing that's affordable.
Right.
And they don't need big mansion kind of things.
Right.
Yeah, so, anyway, you don't have to agree with everything I say.
No, they don't need big mansion. I mean,
right.
They just need, a place to start out and to go. But I think that's the magic of this town. It's not only kid friendly, it's family friendly.
Right.
I mean, it is the best place for a family to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
We are like the epicenter of family good times, don't you think? We can do.
Yeah, I have.
Didn't you just get a family over the weekend? I think I saw in a T-Pin Facebook thread another one popped out. Didn't it?
Right. Yeah. Recently, 5 great-grandchildren and one still on the way, and others coming, I'm sure. But all of those people in young families would like to live here, and right now only one of them is able to, and he had to work his way up, and he's now in his 30s. So it's very, very difficult for young people to start out here.
Right.
And so that's kind of my dream for Boulder City in the short run. But in order to do that, we need to get young leadership too, and
to address the issues of young people.
Right. And young thinking, people on the council.
Yeah.
I can think of a couple, but they're so...
Well, Travis, aren't you a young person?
I'm a young person.
You're still fertile, aren't you?
I think so, as far as I know. I'm not fertile yet.
You're the one that said to you, okay, it's time to cut the tie the tubes or,
No, that's going to be a while.
Yeah, vasectomy is now on your big list of things to do right now. So you're
not currently.
You got to do this thing. So what do you need to... You're living here.
I'm living here. What do I need? I need a job that pays at least $20 an hour. I need health insurance in about a year now. I need.
You don't need health insurance now. I mean, today you're immortal.
I'm still,
next year you become immortal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I become immortal.
Okay.
Or no, not immortal.
Okay,
Currently immortal. What else do I need? Community support. Opportunities as well as affordable. I mean, currently I don't need affordable housing, but later on I'll see that.
Yeah, you're about as much affordable as affordable housing goes.
Yeah, no. I have the affordable list of housing.
Yeah. Free is affordable. Yeah, good. Yeah. So, Jack, what are the elements you think that make this community? What are those things that make the community great? I mean, you talk about families. Okay, so let's say what are the benefits? What happens when you have young people here in town as opposed to old people?
Well, the reason I live here is when I retired from the Air Force, I looked for a small New England type town like the one I grew up in, and I looked all around the Southwest, and this was unique in that it was a small town. It was close to water. It was close to the airport. It had, well, not mountains, but high hills around it, and mountains in the distance. It was everything that I wanted, and I was lucky enough.
They had a cranberry factory down the street.
Right, just like New England, right? Anyway, right.
Ocean Spray, man.
Right, Ocean Spray.
Doesn't get much more Massachusetts than Ocean Spray.
No, Ocean Spray. Randolph, Massachusetts is their headquarters. Yeah, right near where I was brought up.
There's also a few Patriot bars around here too.
Right. Not too many, I think. But that's one thing. I don't know if Travis can afford all that he wants, and season hockey tickets, professional hockey tickets too.
Yeah.
It seems like
that's not true.
You got to get your $100 an hour. Yeah.
Right.
Definitely not in the budget.
Yeah. Where I come from, the Bruins were in the league since it started, and maybe they've won 2 or 3 championships.
Didn't they invent the game? No.
No, well, this year,
Stick,
Chicago,
rock,
New York,
what do we do?
right, Montreal, but they seldom win a championship, and gee, last year.
But they hope. Isn't that what makes it beautiful? It's the hope. It's the possibility.
Right.
It's like when the Red Sox, finally came back in the World. It wasn't like the history making, like it hadn't happened in 100 years or whatever, right?
Right, and here our team in Vegas has come close to within a game of winning the whole thing in their first year, and is moving towards a chance to win it again this year.
Yeah, they're hot this year.
Really, they're getting hot, right?
Yeah, it's how you end, right? It's not how you begin, right? It's like the long.
The
long game.
About the final product.
The final product. How do you end? How do you end?
And that actually was another requirement that I should have had. I didn't have it. Wasn't thinking about it, but I am a big sports fan, and having professional teams come here is really important to me, just to be able to have access to them. And they bring other teams in. It wouldn't be hard to imagine at all. They play the Bruins. Playing the Bruins here would be a great opportunity for me to get involved more and more. But that's basically what we need: involvement by young people in all areas. And it's nice to have us get up early in the morning as old geezers and talk about these things, but we really can't pull them off. And
why is that? Is that because our nap requirements in the afternoon are so demanding on us?
Right. 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 One of you, I don't know if you sleep very much at all. You're a never-ending energy machine.
Yeah, no, I just collapse every so often. It's like.
Right, but we have great ideas.
Yeah.
We have great ideas, but we can't pull them off. It takes young people. Eventually we need a paid project manager to get involved and bring everything together, and that's a really difficult thing to do. We can, in segments, we need to get all the religions involved, all of the membership of all of the people. We can't do it without everyone. And it really takes a tremendous amount of energy to pull off something like this. It's great for us to come up with ideas and to put them forward, but to actually carry them out, it takes more energy than we even come close to having.
Well, that's what you're really good at. You're really good at harnessing that energy. Some people call it delegating. Some people call it.
No, I tell you.
It's executing. It's delegating.
No, but you get things done. I mean, it's like you get commitments. I mean, it's like.
Well,
there are people that avoid you.
Right. Well, you know the secret.
In the Albertsons, I know that. I've heard that. Here comes Jack Orton.
Right. Yeah. He's going to ask for something else. The merchant's in town.
Yeah. Here he comes.
Well, yeah, but there's a secret to that. There's a whole thing to it. What it really is delegating. what it really is I've learned a lot. I've been sent to a lot of management schools and so forth, and I have an MBA. But what I really learned out of all of that is be lazy. If you're not lazy, you've got to be lazy, because if you're not lazy, you try to do everything. And if you try to do everything, you don't last very long at all. I used to own a couple of 7-Eleven stores, and what I would say to everybody is, these people that work for you aren't slaves, but you need to make them work and work and work, and you need to take some time off. Because if you don't take time off, you're going to have a bad audit, and everything's going to fall apart, and you're going to fall apart. So
that's what I
on the audit.
That's what I tell my wife every week.
Right. Yeah, it applies to your household too, right? All of a sudden, don't find out you've overspent. We'll never get there. Yeah. But it was easy on people from our generation, because, like, I was brought up in the Northeast, where we're just, our parents taught us you don't spend a lot of money. You save and you save and you save. And
that's because you have winter back there. You got to conserve and
right.
get ready. I'm from Hawaii, and things grow off of trees, and
right.
And you have to wear shoes or anything.
Well, we had plenty of cranberries actually, but and blueberries. If you use what you have, and that helps, and it's better to eat that kind of stuff too. But yeah. So.
How much time do you spend with your grandkids?
Oh, I have spent a tremendous amount of time, and I have, for all of you grandfathers, I can suggest a way to do it, and that is Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and you're doing something with them, but you're also encouraging them to be disciplined and to be respectful, and to all of the things, reverent, all of those things that should be right at the top of your list. Discipline.
Discipline. Yeah, you were really good at recruiting people to help with that enterprise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like
actually.
Yeah, it was like.
Well, back then we had grants available from Cascada, and gosh, I was the troop committee chairperson for about 20 years of the largest troop in Boulder City, the Elks Troop. We had about 40 boys at times.
The community, yeah.
And the city would actually give us $3,000 or $4,000 a year to help buy troop tents and so forth, and out of the Cascada grants. Boy, those were good times.
Oh, that's how we got all the tents and all that. Yeah.
Right.
That's why we had the storage shed in back.
The hospital and
Yeah, we had a crazy guy that actually got us a trailer, and we turned it into a cooking trailer, and he turned out to be an enthusiastic chef.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of embarrassing because he was so enthusiastic, he wouldn't let the boys cook.
I know.
He cooked us gourmet meals.
I know.
And
I remember you telling me, one of your concerns, you says, Alan, this guy is taking over the whole troops, and the boys be doing it, as the guy brought up our shrimp cocktail.
Right, and that wine.
And the wine, and I said, Jack, can we talk to him at the next camp out? He's so enthusiastic right now. I don't want to burst this bubble.
Right.
And I also, the shrimp cocktail looks awful good.
Right.
This looks fantastic right now.
Yeah, it was much preferable than the beef jerky and Gatorade. Beef jerky, Gatorade, and
Tang.
Yeah, well, we had discipline requirements too. For instance, we'd camp in the snow, and I'd come on the camp out, and I'd bring my camper van. And
just in case somebody wasn't surviving.
Yeah, and some of my grandsons would come and knock on the door and try to come in at all hours of the night, and I'd just no. And I'd be in there all cozy and reading my books and being lazy,
right.
And they'd be out freezing.
Yeah, he'd say something like, "Go complain to Mr. Goya."
Right.
Leave me alone.
Come back after you complain to Mr.
Goya. A couple of mornings, two of my grandsons got lazy, and they wouldn't build the snow cave. So they came and knocked a couple of times. I said, "No, you stay out there." So I got up in the morning. I always got up early because I was warm and everything. I'd go out and start the fire and make the cocoa and make the coffee. And when I opened the van door, I saw this tent, and it was right on the edge of a cliff. And my two grandsons, Ryan and Brett, I could see some rumbling around in there, and pretty soon they came out through the opening in the tent, and the tent was right on the brink of getting blown over. And they had refused to build their cave, and I was about to start hollering at them. I thought they'd be whining. Instead, they were just as cheerful and happy as could be. Hey, Gramps, where's the cocoa? And I said, well, drag your tent up so it doesn't blow over the cliff, and I'll make the cocoa. Yeah.
You know, and those are the bonding experiences. If you live through them, they're very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you want, marshmallows? No, cocoa.
Right.
Well, why is it important? I mean, so why is it important that, you know, that we hang out with our grandkids? Why is that so important? What makes that magic? You know, why is that so important?
Oh, all of us have a real yearning to belong to a community and to keep that community going and the family, and just loving your grandkids. I didn't have very many granddaughters, but they should be included too. But just, you know, we talk about a lot what you can do with your kids, and we always supported the granddaughters in their school plays and all that kind of stuff. But just building a strong family and thus a strong community is so important, and it's so much fun. You get back. A thing that I really like to do lately, and you said something about my favorite thing to do or something, but my favorite thing to do nowadays is to ride around town on my bicycle. And I do it every day. And I go through the school zones. Now,
Do you speed?
So that's
Hey, are you under 15 miles an hour, Jack?
Well, there's a story behind that. My youngest daughter, who's a marathoner, and she's in great shape. She has 7 kids, but the women hate her because she doesn't put on weight and that kind of thing. But anyway, she says to me, Grandpa, she says, you're unbelievable, and you must have been a great athlete when you were young. And I said, well, yes, Mary, I was a good athlete. I was a captain of this and the captain of that. And then I started to think what she got in mind. I said, Mary, what are you really getting at? And she says, well, Grandpa, you can ride a bicycle slower than anybody I've ever without falling down.
That's a skill.
That is a superpower, right? It's going to go.
Right.
But anyway, okay, so yeah, we have a new game here, and I'm glad you talked that. That's the number one.
First one.
So we have a new game. What are the top 3 things to do in Boulder City this week? Ding, ding, ding. So that's the first. Okay, ride around slow on your bicycle.
Okay, that's the third one. The second one is my church, St. Andrews, is having on the 17th a chicken and rice dinner for the kids and everybody. You know, only costs $10. Everybody's welcome. But I was telling our deacon Tim O'Callahan that's a mistake. You know, you have that right at the same time as the state, the same day, the same time as the State of the City address by Rodney. And so in any case, those are 3 things. Riding my bicycle is by far is by far my favorite thing to do. And my oldest daughter, she says about that, she says, you know, you ride through the school zone and everything, and you beep that stupid horn, and he said, you're going to get picked up for, you know, child molestation if you keep doing that.
Right. How do you beep these horns? Is there like...
It's a horn. They never. But they.
How do you beep any horn?
Yeah. Oh, the kids love it. I mean, I count every day. Yesterday, and it varies. It's been dead during the vacation, but one day I made 72 people happy by waving at them, and they all have to, in order to be counted, they have to either smile back or laughing's best. And
Also, it's to be a wave or a beeping of a horn. It's it's significant social interaction.
Right.
So we have
Something happened,
logistics
right?
on the happiness of Boulder City when you're riding around.
Yeah, they have to prove though. If they drive the car, they're driving cars. If they wave back to the wave.
Did I hear meaningful social interaction?
Look who's here.
Wait a minute. I have a candle.
Whoa. What is this?
I have to take my echo off of here.
Well, the echo is kind of cool.
You like the echo? All right, so I have a candle, and it's supposed to be making some fireworks, but it's not.
It's going to explode?
No. Hi. This is to celebrate the 50 episodes that we've done. The 50th episode is this time. So this is for Alan to blow the candle, and it's for Travis to eat, I think.
God, what an ecosystem we have here. 50.
There you go. I'm back. I can hear it. I'm done with the echo.
There we go.
But then 52 is like a year. I mean, we've done 50 episodes in a row. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like 50. We hung out at this. Where's Terry here? Yeah, just
Terry's
hanging out
around.
at the Cup. Oh, except we had one up in Marble Canyon, Death Valley, but that was a remote location.
It's okay. It's still happening.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to step in real quick and give you a quick little rundown of what's going on.
I didn't know you were here. What's the rundown?
I know, you've been absorbed. Okay, the rundown was, the wine walk was this weekend. It was a success. It was the Vegas Golden Knights wine walk.
Oh, really?
And we had, a very good turnout. I'm going to step over here. I thought it'd help. It's still in the sun. Also, we have some events happening. I brought my phone. We have Crochet Club.
We have a crochet club?
Yes,
oh,
we
cool.
have a crochet club. It meets at the library.
Oh yeah, it's not like it's not competitive, is it?
No, but they're gonna this week. They are learning how to crochet sleeping mats out of plastic bags for the homeless, and they meet at the library from 2:30 to 4 p.m. And this week they're meeting on the 15th. So if you would like to attend that, that's coming. I would also like to mention that this coming weekend is the dog agility trials down at Veteran Memorial Park. That's always fun.
Oh, the Duke is going to own that.
Dog agility trials. What does that do? Do they put their paws behind their heads? Or
No, I don't think it's like David Letterman style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's more the real deal. So if you want to go down to Veterans Memorial Park and watch the
Agile
animals,
dogs.
that know how to do all kinds of athletic things, that's going to be happening the whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday, from 8 to 3, both days. And then also Community Cleanup Day is happening on the 19th.
Right.
And that's from 9 to 11. And they're meeting at Medilac, which is the old Bonds. So if you want to help the community and do some cleaning up around here, meet in the Bonds, the Medilac parking lot, which is the 99-cent store parking lot.
Yeah, bring your own gloves.
Bring your gloves, bring your family, and it's only for 2 hours, so
Water.
that's not bad.
Hydrate.
Anyway, that's the update for this week. Do you want to say you have an update?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're back to the top 10. We can't do 3. we're first. So let's do the top 10. No, not 3. Now we're back
talking
to.
about the cleanup event and the agility trials leads me to remind you that on Thursday at 5 o'clock for the social and 6 o'clock for the actual presentation, the mayor is going to give the State of the City address.
The state of the city.
Yeah.
Right.
That will take place.
And they always have great lemon water.
But I also want to
That sounds
comment
official.
on what Jack had mentioned about getting youth involved in city governance.
Right.
One rather youthful guy has announced that he's going to throw his hat in the rings. Of course,
Still fertile. Still can have babies. That's what we're talking about
he's in
youth now. If you're within
Australia.
childbearing range,
and
you're young.
I'd like to encourage anyone else to do the same thing. The filing begins at 7 o'clock next Tuesday,
Oh, it's exciting.
the 22nd, at the city clerk's office.
Yeah.
And,
Party at the city clerk's office. Be there.
But your point is well taken as especially since you're sitting with perhaps the oldest member of City Council.
The oldest.
I'm glad you amended it to include young thinking.
Yeah, young
I've always
thinking.
felt that I'm a 37-year-old guy trapped in a 75-year-old body. So,
Right.
it's your outlook. But Travis brought up the thing, what does he need? Let's say Travis wants to run for city council. He needed $40,000 essentially annual income. We said $20 an hour, which comes out to about 40, a little bit more than 40,000. He said he needed health insurance. He needed some other perks that you would expect in a normal business environment.
Right.
The problem is that council is really not realistically available to people who are not financially established.
Right.
Council pays $20,000 for a councilman, $26,000 for the mayor, for essentially a full-time job. The perks.
James and I aren't making that much anyways.
The perks include you get a tablet or a computer, city tablet or computer.
And if you're lucky, a cup.
And if you want,
I got a cup.
And a really good hat.
And the big perk is free water during the council meetings.
Oh, cool.
I like free water.
Unlimited, though.
So, given that, it's a really very difficult for a young person to put aside their career
Right.
and step up.
Right.
But I still encourage anyone that has an interest.
Okay, here's
to
a
do
millennial
just that.
thought.
But it really is it's a much more difficult investment of your life for a younger person than somebody who's established.
The millennial thought is I don't think there is a career anymore. I think that it's doing a bunch of different things in order to make a living because it's so hard to actually get into a legitimate career. That's the millennial thought of the day.
That's true. People put together little snippets of work to make a living nowadays. But I do have some good news, and that is the 667-acre request to withdraw land from the El Dorado Dry Valley Lake and put it into the solar fields has been withdrawn.
Where are the guys? Oh, the guys have already left.
And
Gone.
it was an agenda item for the 22nd meeting.
Hey, Patrick.
And, it's been withdrawn.
Hey, Patrick.
I do believe that at some point it'll reappear like Lazarus. And so,
Like every good horror movie.
Be vigilant.
Yeah, sure.
That's my input.
All right.
Well, good.
Well, those are the meaningful social interactions
Yeah.
for the 50th episode.
Well, I got one more thing. Top 10 things, or top 3 things to do in Boulder City. Right there. I'm in search of the oldest tree in Boulder City. So I want to find out the trees that were planted by Wilbur Weed, our original city horticulturist. Right. I think there's some junipers. So anyway, I'm going to start posting pictures of old big trees in Boulder City. And if you guys have a story about this tree or know anything about this tree, let us know. So I'm going to start with big old trees, and let's find a story. We're going to find Wilbur Weed's tree.
Does it have to be alive?
Hopefully, yeah. Well, no. It could be like yeah, Warren. So you were supposed you had an assignment last week from Boulder, and it was to find out what that piece of driftwood is in City Hall. You know, the piece of wood that's sticking up on the wall there. Did you find out what was?
I've not found out as yet, but it's on my list of things to do.
Okay, yes. Like if anybody knows what that piece of wood is in City Hall, let us know, because I'm trying to figure why is it there. We know it must be important to somebody.
Well, I have a piece of spruce that's over 2,000 years old that I found under a tree up in British Columbia, and I have it near my fireplace.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Well, we found a 500 million year old trilobite. Alex and I a couple weekends ago when we went Christmas tree hunting.
Yeah.
So 500 million years. So we're just trying to find out what an 80-year-old tree story is. Yeah. So I'm going to start posting trees. Right. I have a fruitless mulberry. Stuart Adams just told me that. I took a picture. There's a fruitless mulberry, big one in front of
In front of your guys' house?
No, in front of the police station. So I'm going to put it up online, and anybody know about this tree, let me know. Okay.
Yeah. What is that tree?
What is that tree?
All right, Jack. So question number 2.
Okay.
What is your superpower? Hopefully we're not running over.
My superpower is hopefully to make people happy. That's my dream, and that's why I go around. I really get excited about it every day. I do it at 3 o'clock.
In the morning or
in the
afternoon?
I'm home getting junk calls at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
But in any case,
Those people on the East Coast that are waking up and just a burning question for you.
I think they're from Russia, actually.
No. It's all the just fake phone calls where they're trying to.
Yeah, and I had an answer for them this morning, but I wasn't quick enough to catch it. But it's like, oh yes, this is Mr. Edwards. Actually, I'm speaking to Vladimir Putin on the other line. And
Vladimir,
yes,
talk to you once
and
more.
he's promised to have you impaled in front of the Kremlin tomorrow, and you'll be visited by soldiers very quickly. And then, you're right.
You don't fool around. You just go for the jugular.
Right. Well, Vladimir is a good friend, right?
Well, I mean, he calls often.
Right.
Especially with the.
So that's my hopefully my superpower. What I want it to be is to ride around my bicycle and make people happy, and I count them. The most I made happy recently 72. 72 people.
72.
Yeah, and I wave at them, and if they wave back at me from their cars, that's cool too. But,
Okay, guys. So remember, when you see Jack Edwards out there, wave at him. He's trying to break a record. He's making people happy. That's what he's there for you.
Right.
So
Can you beat 73?
that
is the question.
Yeah.
So we'll start here, Dave. Thanks, Jack. Boulder, episode 50. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Debbie.
50.
Episode 50.
To the coffee cup.
Next week, and next week we have we have a special guest. We'll keep this secret, but we have a secret guest with a super secret announcement next week. Ooh.
Super secret?
Yeah, super secret.
What is it?
What about the president of the hockey team?
The hockey team, yeah. It could be all kinds of things, right?
You really have him coming?
Well, we have him interested.
You have more people interested.
Right.
Mark.
Carrie, this is your show. You're going to be here because we're all waiting for you. Anyway, Boulder, episode 50. Thanks.
It's in the can.
It's in the can.
It is in the can. Let's see. Where's the music? I need the music.
So Travis, where did you grow up?
Here.
Oh, okay.
Here.
You how old?
I'm 24 now.
Teepins?
Yeah. He knows all the. Yeah.
Actually, I just talked to Bryce last night.
Okay.
It was a really good discussion.
Yeah. Well, we wanted Bryce to go into the Coast Guard, but he's fighting us. He wants to be a policeman, a metro cop.
Yeah. Actually, that's what we were talking about.
Shot, right.
Yeah, it's
So thermos guards?
thermos guards as well in the early days, yeah.
Yeah, they're in Houston now. Both of actually all of them. Leah's about to have a baby in May. Yeah.
Those are so Bryce and Dyson. Those are the Thrashers.
Oh yeah.
They're the Thrashers. They know how to get it on and do it right.
Yeah.
I also, have you one of those Boulder City pins, lapel pins?
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I have a whole bunch of Fisher pins. Pins. Okay.
I give these to people who like them called smartphones in the
Oh.
city. And you definitely make people happy.
All right.
Sandy.